Harjeet Singh in the room, please. On table 4, Elliot Combe. On table 20, Steve Ritchie, Matt Champ. On table 23, Sam Dodd, Colin Cooper. Next match on table 14, Roy Mason, Richard Gifford, table 14. On table 1, streaming table, Harjeet Singh, Elliot Combe. Is Sam Dodd in the room, please?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the action. We're back with the World Rules Pool Tour. This is day 2, and the action this morning is from the Open event. Our starter for 10 this morning is going to be the Bristolian, Harjeet Singh, and he's playing the man from Cheltenham, Elliot Combe. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these guys probably know each other. One from Bristol, one from Cheltenham, so not too far apart. When I say know each other, I mean they probably crossed swords before. So we are Beard Productions. We're streaming on YouTube and Facebook this weekend. And the event is coming live from the Hilton Metropole on Edgware Road in London.
So wait for Lakesh Baden on table 18, second floor. Table 15, Matt Riley, Matt Cook, table 15.
So the main event is hotting up. That's down to 32 players. And that will resume at midday today. We'll bring you action from that event from midday. And all the big names are still in it. Tom Cousins still there. Jack Whelan, Clint Ianson, Phil Harrison. All the big names. I think John McAllister's still there as well. Shane Thompson did a job on Craig Marsh yesterday. He beat him 7-0. Neil Raybone there as well. So that one really hotting up. Can't wait for that one to resume. And in the meantime, as I say, we bring action from the Open event. Incredible lineup this weekend and incredible numbers. Over 250 players. And it's Elliot Combe who wins that first frame. Obviously in a race to 4. Early frame. Really important. There you see the scores from around the arena. All the other matches ongoing. all of the red through the middle of the table just make this a tricky clearance, because you have to transition up the table and then back down again.
Table 5. Jeremy Hooper, Ian Staggy, table 5. The tablet is at the top table.
Yeah, and Harjeet just giving it some extra care and attention. I think ideally you want to finish somewhere just below the middle pocket, 6 inches below the middle pocket on the right hand side. He could just find a way back through that gap. I didn't realise he could screw below that yellow. That's a good shot, and now should be fairly plain sailing. The only problem there is the red he's just pushed into the path of the black. So red's now covering both of these bottom pockets for the black, and can't get on it to right middle, to left middle. It only really goes to right middle. So now suddenly a little bit awkward.
Next match on table 26. Chris Hampson, Jason Dorset, table 26. Table 27, Lee Smith, Daniel Bishop, table 27. Table 7, Ian Davenport, Jake Dylan Newlow, table 7.
This was a tricky clearance. As I mentioned, it was just awkward, and I said the red had gone into the path of the black, but actually it did pass the red, which made things a little easier. But that was a good clearance. Levels things up at 1 frame each. Both hitting the break well. Unfortunately for Elliot, he's come up dry on this one.
Next match on table 10, Cleve Thompson, Peter Paniatu, table 10.
Always horrible when you do break dry and you look at the table and think, wow, look at that. Absolute dollies. You pretty much write the frame off in your mind. Just horrid in a race to 4 when you know you have to fire from the off. There's no hiding places. The only The only probably awkward ball here is the black. But again, I think, there you go, it passes the yellow into the pocket, so it's move that red out the way and should be fairly plain sailing now. He's landed pretty much perfect here. Again, the only banana skin you can possibly see is getting from the red nearest the top of the table back out into play, but really should be an issue. Left a nice angle.
Anybody looking to bet on the horses on football? You go see the betting company in the bottom end of the room. The coupons are ready.
Well, did wonder if it may cause a problem trying to get back out. Just caught the red on the way past. He's still fine. Could have gone wrong there. Could have got stuck behind the red. Yeah, Harjeet makes it 2 in a row, no drama, and he currently leads 2 frames to 1. Harjeet Singh's turn to break dry. It's been high quality stuff so far. So 2 break and clears and a reverse dish from Harjeet in the last. So Elliot needs to respond in kind. Can they keep this high level of play up? More tricky, this table. It's going to go reds. Clearly got the one problem at the top of the table. The problem with the red at the top of the table is there's 3 yellows around it, which makes it a little more difficult to break out. He's got the red to the left of the right middle pocket. Excuse me. He could try and use that one, but probably more likely going to use this red over the left corner, only because this is a better ball to try and break out from above rather than below. If you break it out from below, more can go wrong, because it's more likely to tie itself back up with those three yellows around it. if he breaks it out from above, he's going to be unlucky not to be on something. Yeah, 3 balls in the centre of the table, so he's going to have a decent chance. Well, he's going to come at it from below, which I'm not sure I'm keen on. He has to miss the first yellow and then still get a good connection with the red. Yeah. Don't know. Everyone sees it differently, but for me, I think he had a lovely angle on the one over the left corner to come off the top cushion and come at it from above, and I think he would have had a better chance of being on something. Easy to say in hindsight, I know, but I mean, had it come off and he was on one of these reds, then, you know, maybe it would have been the right decision, but I don't know. Just think he had more chance from the other. And now he's lost the white and probably going to lose the frame. As I say, everyone sees things differently. It just felt like using the other red to break it out was a better option. Shouldn't be any issues here with 2 visits. Got the ball on the left side rail, which I mean, my preference would be that he tries to land on it. If he can get snug over onto that left hand rail, he can just play it down to the into the bottom left pocket, and he's guaranteed to be on his next yellow. Yeah, perfect. That was a really nice shot. Lovely touch. I love the fact he's tried to land on it. It was a difficult ball to try and move out, but so many people get obsessed with trying to move balls. I think what made it easier as well, made the decision easier, was the fact that he's got this yellow to the right middle. So nothing to do with the cue ball here. You can just focus on the pot and stroke it in. Playing at that pace just makes the shot so much more difficult. And I don't know, maybe he's seeing something that I'm not. It just felt like he could drop it in and, okay, he was going to be left with a slight angle on the ball to middle, where he would have just drifted up table slightly. Okay, I mean, he had the second visit anyway, so no drama. Yeah, okay, I kind of understand now. It was because he was going to struggle. The way I was thinking of playing it would have been leaving this ball until last to the middle, but obviously that would have then been a problem to get onto the black. So yeah, he needed to play the one over the right middle second last. So he was trying to leave himself an angle whereby he could do that. And playing it the way I mentioned, I don't think he could have left this until he could have played this second last. That's why he's out there and I'm sat talking about the game. big fan of the way Harjeet plays. We've seen him play on a beard stream over a number of years now, and he just always puts on a solid performance, always a tough player to beat. He's one of those players that just always seems to consistently perform, and maybe just hasn't had that breakthrough result. I remember during the Supreme Series, I think he had a deep run in one of the Supremes. I think he made possibly the semi-final of one. I know he was definitely deep in one of the events. And a couple of years ago, he also reached the final of the UK Tour against Tom Cousins, in which he lost the final. He's had some really good deep runs in events, but maybe just not had that kind of standout result that he needs to push his career onto the next level. But he always seems like he's there and thereabouts. Oh dear. It's not what you need at 3-2 down. Deliberate foul from Harjeet. Just realised he needed to take back control of that top right pocket, because that is the key to the frame. He's got the buffer of the 3-1 lead, so taking a bit of a chance, because there is really only one difficult yellow, and Elliot can move that out now. Oh, where was the black going? Oh, he's been unlucky here. Oh. He's not had any roll, to be fair. Really hasn't. You can see got the yellow out and it's tied itself straight back up again. Anywhere on the table and he would have had a chance. This is tough now. How do you get that yellow back out? I don't think he can. I don't think he can play the obvious yellow to bottom right. I think he's going to have to play one of the yellows long, or maybe even to the middle, because he's going to have to use this one at the bottom of the table to try and break out the difficult yellow. Yeah, so it is. He's gone the one long. Now he's left himself an angle. Yeah, great shot. Great shot. And I did say Harjeet was taking a little bit of a liberty with the DF, knowing that he had that 3-1 lead. I guess playing the percentages and saying, okay, Elliot, if you can, take him out. He's a little bit thin on this. That, again, I think he can kill it. He can screw the ball to the right-hand side rail and just kill it. Yeah. Yeah, played it well. Yeah, nice clearance in the end. So the DF didn't work out for Harjeet, but he leads 3-2 and he's got the break in the next frame. I wonder if that deliberate foul will come back and haunt him because if he doesn't win this frame, then it's 3 each, and Elliot's going to have the break in the last. So pressure back on his shoulders now. From being 3-1 and looking like it's plain sailing. Wow. How this game swings. How this game swings. It's a brutal game sometimes. And in reality, he might not even come back to the table. He might not come back to the table in this match. If Elliot can find a clearance here and a big break in the next. Lots of events going on. They've got the Masters over 60 event. The ladies event starts today. Obviously the Jason Owen Open. So there's going to be a lot of pool play throughout today. Lots of action ongoing across 28 tables. There we are. So, as I said, will Harjeet come back to the table? Decent clearance there from Elliot, and 3 frames each. It's amazing how this game comes back and bites you sometimes. So a massive frame coming up. Big break, big moment. Great connection. Oh, now then. Well, first look at the table, you'd have to say reds, but it's not going to be plain sailing. See Sam Jeffrey just gone through against Lee Briscoe 4-3. I mean, he was involved in a really late match last night. I don't think it finished until about 1:30. It was the last match that was going on in the arena by probably an hour. It was against Neil Davey. Oh, what a chance he's got. Oh, he's just landed straight. You could see him bounce on his toes. Just wanted it to bounce off the cushion. And it's just gone awkward. Oh. How'd you like these for the match? Any tiny angle, he could have just got a little bit easier on the next yellow to middle. But he's going to have to play it pretty much from the cushion, which increases the level of difficulty. Oh, how'd you like these? What a horrible shot. I'm right behind it. And it is horrid. No, not by a margin. That was a tough shot. And punished for landing straight on that yellow. Just a tiny angle. He could have just got back out. It was still going to be a tough shot, but it would have been infinitely easier if you don't have to play it from dead on the cushion. You see way in the background there, you can see Neil Raybone off in the distance. As I said earlier, he's through into the 32, the main event. I see Jake McCartney. Neil's on table 26. Jake McCartney in action. I think he was 3-2 up, but he's racking the balls again, so it looks like that game may be 3 each. On the table next to him, I see Matt Brierley in action. Lots of games ongoing. Still a tough ask to get these. Should be okay. The two reds on the bulk line, they're on top of each other, both go into top left, and he's got a lovely angle now just to drift up onto them. I think he gets these. Probably will take the one up the rail now. Maybe just a touch straighter than ideal. So he's going to be close to the cushion playing his next shot. He just had enough angle just to punch out. And I think this looks perfect. It's got a lovely angle just to, again, just top through. Play it however you want, to be honest. Can stun back. And now just stun down somewhere around about the blue spot area. It's going to be restricted in what he can do if he's dead straight, but there's just enough angle there to be able to punch across. Yeah, very nice. And ultimately, I think, in fairness, Harjeet probably just played slightly the better there. I think he would have felt aggrieved if he'd have lost that one, but Elliot wasn't without chances. He had a half a chance in the last, but it was a really tough yellow that ultimately cost him the frame and the match. And it's Harjeet Singh that goes through into round 2 of the Open. We're going to be back with the action in just about probably 10 minutes or so. And John McAllister's going to be action. Not sure who his opponent is yet. I'll look that up in a second. But do like and share our pages and click on subscribe on YouTube, and you'll get a notification as soon as we go live. See you soon.
Owen Open. On table 2, John Rowe, Ben Duffield. On table 4, Kevin Stewart, Alex Lawrence. Table 7, Lucas DeJong, Mike Larkins. Table 8, Steve Smart, Cole Carlegger. Table 9, Anthony Tedds, Nick Taylor. Table 11, Scott Carpenter, Chris Wilson. Table 12, Steve Moriarty, Arfan Dad. Table 13, Ian Duffy, Lee Howitt. Table 14, Darren McFigure, Jack Schofield. Table 18, Neil Randall, Jamie Stokes. Table 19, Lewis Bishop, Bob Love. Table 20, Rich Lauber, Ollie Bale.